let's start with the one that'll get us warmed up. You did a video on it today, Dermy.
I have a video, part 1 of it, and then part 2 is coming out tomorrow.
Oh, all right. So, with the exception of Bug, we're all at various levels of obsession with Palworld at this point, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And this happened today. Palworld developer has been sent death threats by critics. Let me zoom in on this here. We'll read a little bit of it. The community manager of Palworld developed Pocket Pair confirmed that they had been sent death threats and other outlandish. I gotta zoom in more. Outlandish. Where is it? Lost my track. Outlandish emails in recent days. In a recent post on X, formerly Twitter, Pocket Pair community manager Bucky explained that while they're grateful for emails from fans and critics alike, they received death threats, threats to the company, and massively outlandish claims. I mean, it's this. It just goes on to tell. Yeah, it's basically saying Pokemon fans, and I'm gonna put quotes around it because I know Pokemon fans. Dermy, you're one of them. And,
Pokemon stands.
Okay, or stands there. I know Pokemon fans. These are Pokemon stands. This is deranged behavior because anybody who's actually played the game knows these aren't Pokemon. And you're not Ash Ketchum, even though they've made a mod where you can be Ash Ketchum and have Pikachus all over the place.
It's not just Pokemon stands. It's also the anti-AI art people. Because there was
Explain that one to me. I've heard that. Explain that to me.
So one of the aspects is that Pocket Pals? No, Pocket. What's the main company again? Pocket something.
Pocket. Well, it's right here.
It's right up.
Pocket Pair.
Okay, Pocket Pair. Pocket Pair does have a game that does utilize AI art, and it makes AI art and everything like that. It's not a big deal. They just put it out. It's a Japanese company. Well, the developer or the CEO, one of the two, actually made a comment on cool things that AI can do with Pokemon. And wow, you can barely tell them apart. But he was commenting on a BuzzFeed article where they were going and using AI to make all sorts of different Pokemon in different iterations of Pokemon. So a bunch of people are coming out now and wrongfully assuming that Palworld used AI to create all their pals, when none of them are thinking that, hey, there's tons of Pokemon fans, tons of kids, tons of people that have been able to come up with 100 plus original ideas for Pokemon.
I saw a great tweet earlier. I should have bookmarked it, but I was sitting here like this. And I wasn't really paying attention. It showed the fact that, and it was telling the history that Pokemon, yes, maybe Palworld took inspiration from Pokemon, but guess what Pokemon took inspiration from? Dragon Quest.
And Dragon Quest, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. So, I mean, this is essentially, you live in a glass house, watch where you throw your rocks.
Yeah, because they don't, they really don't want to start going down this route of, you stole these ideas from Pokemon. You use this design of Pokemon. And it's like, if you start going down this route, there's some very hard questions that are going to have to start getting asked. Because also a lot of Pokemon were actually taken from like Toho as well, like Toho monsters and stuff like that. Tyranitar was famously thought to be Godzilla. Actually, it was a different Toho creature from a different thing altogether. But yeah, they have inspiration up the wazoo. So just saying that, hey, these look similar. Well, you don't want to start digging into all this. You really don't.
These are stands. They don't have any foundation. They want to be outraged. They want to virtue signal because they want to. I don't even know why they're picking this fight. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Because there's no other fight.
Right now it's not like the company is doing anything. It's just the crazy stands. It's not like Pokemon, the company. Whoever owns the rights to it is seeing Nintendo. They're going, Nintendo. We're going to sue them or anything. They're not saying anything.
All right, so outside perspective, looking in on this, because I've only seen some of the scuffles on Twitter, because shockingly, as I've never played it, I've seen like some of the shit shows. From what I'm understanding, it's because this game is doing a lot of stuff that a lot of people who apparently play Pokemon are like, well, this is actually kind of fun and compelling. And, they say it's like, oh, well, this should like kick, the company that's behind Pokemon into gear to like, putting some more creativity in their project. And
Yeah.
Obviously a
I mean,
Pokemon fan
Dermy.
can't handle that.
Yeah, I mean, Dermy, you could speak to that because you play all the damn games. I mean,
Oh, I love the games. I love Pokemon outright, and
But-
I'm usually one of the dissenters saying, "Hey, I think it's good." I can outright say, "Yeah,
it's
this is
stagnant, isn't it?
phenomenal." It is stagnant. Like one of their best decisions ever was to put out Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Mhm.
Legends Arceus really did shake up how you viewed Pokemon for once. You weren't. It wasn't about the battling. It was legitimately about the capturing,
Mhm.
capturing over and over and over again, truly filling out that Pokédex and just focusing solely on that. And it brought new life to everything. The aspects to like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, it changed enough up that it did feel good, and that's the stuff I was poking out, but it has been feeling more and more stagnant, like they don't know what to do. It's always the same
It's
eight
just
gym
a new
leaders.
region. Let's go at gym leaders. Here's your new batch of Pokemon to satisfy your need for new Pokemon. And
Mhm.
You know, this would be a good if they want to change it up. I know they're already planning Arceus 2 and stuff. They should kind of take a little from this. Instead of being in the town, have it where you're going out and you're actually building your own little camp and stuff to catch all the Pokemon and stuff. That would be a cool way of doing it. Implement some of the things they have in this, but in the Pokemon thing, and try to use this as a way to improve your own games and ideas and stuff. So
I mean,
instead of trying
well,
to divide it by
So-
what's go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you go.
I was about to say they don't have plans for Arceus 2 yet. It's always a bunch of rumors and speculations on what will be Arceus 2. It does make sense to do like another Arceus style thing, but you don't know. Pokemon Company is just like Nintendo. But in a different way. Like Nintendo does what Nintendo's gonna do. Pokemon Company has a tried and true method that they don't like to deviate from.
They
And
still make so much money. That's the thing. I
Yeah.
mean, why change it if it ain't broke? But gamers, listen, while we like what we like, we also like variety. And I
Mhm.
can't, and just as an example, I like grand strategy simulation games. I play them all the time. You guys have seen me play them, but they're still basically the same things over and over again. And what I have dreamed of is, Jeremy, have you ever seen the anime The 12 Kingdoms?
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got it back there. I need to upgrade it to the Blu-ray. It's one of those unfinished anime, but the first two arcs are just so damn good. But it takes place in a world where rulers are immortal, essentially, and you have to grow and build your kingdom. Every time I watch that, I yearn for a grand strategy, or even just maybe a fantasy simulator where it's not just dinky building, but a real nation building. And
Mhm.
nothing is ever created to satisfy me that. Yet I still go back to the same old grand strategies that I enjoy because they still get the job done. I'm still satisfied. But I would love for something new. And Palworld is that new thing for Pokemon. We're running around. I mean, you guys have played it more than I have. I only played it that first night when we did it on what was it? Saturday on Saturday. I was the only time I did it, and it was fun, and we had a crazy ass time with the group. And yes, I caused chaos with my decision making, but hey, that's what basically MMOs and co-ops are all about. Fun crap that somebody does and ruins the plans. That's what we can have nice things. At least that was what we used to say in my MMO days. Whenever one of us would fuck up, it was go, yep, that's what we can't have nice things because you are a screw up. Point is, in Palworld, we're out there, we're actually playing together. We're doing stuff together. We're building this thing, even though we screwed up our initial building because Dermy and I didn't realize that there was going to be one PAL box, and I didn't want to live where he was building, and he didn't want to go over where I was going. So we just started building, and I built the PAL box first, and that made us start our camp officially over there. Because if you're not in the guild, then you can't use the resources and all that kind of stuff. But suddenly we're working together, even though we had thought we're going to build separate camps, this and here, and we will have separate camps eventually because you can get more than one PAL box down the road. But that's something that Pokemon is missing. Yes, you can duel your friends in a certain type of Pokemon game setting, but not like this. Not where we're going out into the world and we're hunting, we're going in dungeons, we're looking for new pals, we're getting lost, we're getting destroyed. Somebody maybe defiling your body when they're healing you. I mean, you never know what's going to happen out there. and and it's fun. And I see something like this, and I wonder. Of course, I also already have the answer. Why do you want to just ruin our fun? We are literally not hurting anybody. We're just
Well,
doing stupid shit.
you said it earlier. It's because they want to stand for Pokemon constantly. And I firmly get it. I firmly understand that. I love Pokemon from the bottom of my fucking heart, but there's gonna be other things. Hell, I have a thing from freaking Master of TDS pulled up where one of them outright says because of the rumors of anime. And here, I'll share my screen real quick. Because there are rumors that AI is involved in all this. Instead, if you're a Pokemon fan, instead of going to play Pokemon, go play Digimon.
What?
Go do this game. And it's like, yeah, that's a good game too. I actually want to go play that game. Guess what?
Yeah.
They're two completely different things.
Yeah. It's franchises.
Mhm.
Franchises exist to one compete and make the other one work harder to be better. Listen, Digimon and Pokemon couldn't be any more different with how it all functions. And the animes couldn't be any more different. The games couldn't be any more different. And they have
Mhm.
their fan bases and they have their people who enjoy them.
Yeah.
I go have fun. Go have fun.
There's all sorts of IPs that just work differently. Like I said it before, Pokemon has also been caught copying Yu-Gi-Oh monsters.
Yeah,
Pokemon has
you
been
told me
caught
about this
copying
before.
Digimon. Yeah.
Yeah.
During X and Y, then Z, Zygarde is quite literally Obelisk the Tormentor from Yu-Gi-Oh. There's no getting around it. Zygarde at 100% is Obelisk the Tormentor. They even kind of tricked you into thinking it's going to be a live action Obelisk. During X, Y, and Z, their mega evolutions were, again, Digimon, just brought into Pokemon. This has been over and over again. It's nothing
Everybody
new.
steals from everybody. It's just, can you make it a good version that nobody's going to care?
Yeah. And for the most part, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like okay, I don't care. Copy the fucking sandwich. Can you make it taste like a little different from the other guys?
Yeah.
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 Go ahead, Devil. Go ahead, Devil.
No, that was Dermy.
Oh,
yeah, that was me. I was about to say, DC and Marvel have copies of each other. Let's be fair here. Everybody has copies of everybody. And then when you're actually looking, like I could say there's some arguments to be had in regards to like the Palworld controversy. There's some things that are like, you know what, these look way too similar. Like you're taking multiple aspects from something and it looks pretty much like the exact same thing. But then there's other ones where it's like, yeah, you have the head of this Pokemon, Giratina on this body, and it's like, I don't see that at all.
It's the reaching aspect of reach for an argument is what it is. They're desperate to get traction what they're saying, so they're trying to wish it into existence. And
let me see if I can find
it boils back down to the point of this thing is a massive success that a lot of us didn't really see coming, me included.
Yeah.
I saw.
Well, yes, you saw it, but you didn't. All I heard from you was Pokemon with guns. That's all I heard, and that wasn't enough to convince me. But then I saw some gameplay. I was like, okay, this is actually interesting now. I like what this is doing. And then when I saw that we could have true co-op, where we're in a living, breathing world, and we are going to get that with our little circle of gamers here. I mean, our buddy Static is going to put up a server for us, and we're all going to be on there. It's just going to take a little time while he's fortifying his internet defenses.
He hopes to have it up by this weekend. But if you share my screen again, I have two. Like, I can be real honest. This guy here definitely looks like he took inspiration from all of these. I can be perfectly honest here.
Sure.
You know, this one might be more of a stretch.
That's a stretch. I don't see it. Okay, yeah.
This one
that's that's fucking blatant. Yeah, there. The eyes are the same, dude.
This one gets even worse. This is I can't think of its freaking name. Decidueye Robin Quill. Like that's blatant. This is supposed to be Delphox, Lucario. This one isn't. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like you can see examples, but then they go like, oh well, here's Goblin and like a freaking characters from I just had it. I said it on my video.
Breath of the Wild or whatever.
Legend of Zelda and stuff. And then here's the game that they did, Art Imposter, where you're supposed to figure out which one's an AI art.
But
And then then you come over here to like more examples. And yeah, I'm showing you some later iterations, but they're saying Superior's model. If you know what Superior looks like, you can kind of see it. This one's Mega Agron's model. You can kind of see it. This one is the one I'm like, what? Giratina's face. For those of you who don't know, Giratina is a Gen 4 legendary, the third legendary. You're stretching with this one. Giratina's like a serpent monster creature thing. I can't even see it here.
I see a crab with a scorpion tail.
Yeah. So like you can see iterations, you can see things like I could argue, yeah, you have some arguments, especially here for those of you who know who Sylvally is. You can see it definitely, but this looks like a griffin. I think a lot of this is blown out of hype because they're seeing the similarities and are freaking out about it.
I feel like it's also some people are just super afraid. I think the thing they love will lose relevance.
Well, maybe, but also I think it's just stands being stands. Because I mean, you can look at taking stuff. So no other hero can ever have a cape after the original hero that had a cape. No, that's so stupid. So one has an ear that's similar to the other one. That's just how ears work.
Bottom line is anybody who's a creative, who makes stuff up, who tries to build a world, this and that, we're borrowing from something else. Because guess what? Yeah. We've got thousands of years of myths, stories, and everything out there. Everything's been done in some way, shape, or form. The trick is, can your take be creative enough and fresh enough that it feels new? That's the trick. And Palworld does it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Plain and simple.
Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to reach out to me, please email me at theranernerd@gmail.com for all channel business purposes. I am on Twitter now, mostly for promotion and sharing of videos, maybe a little shit stirring here and there, who knows, @theranernerd. You can also find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can see me on Rumble and Odyssey under the Renaissance Nerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.